What is up, fellow bench warmers? It's Judgment Day, and this is your daily fantasy quickie. Hey guys, week 4 Judgment Day, and today we celebrate because unless you are against these players, there's lots of great stats today, great fantasy performances. I'm your host JJT with Komish Eric. Komish,
Yes. Hi, guys.
were you against? How was your week? Fantasy
The
week?
FBW leagues were okay, but the non-FBW leagues, I lost most of them, if not all. Last day, my opponents were able to overhaul my lead. So, although I don't think I was against you, Embiid. I don't think I was against Embiid in any league today. So I was lucky to not get hit
To dodge.
by that. To dodge the bullet.
Not
Embiid.
just Embiid. We had Garland today, Sabonis. Who else? Anthony Davis, right? Lots of great performance.
SGA, Josh Giddey, Garland, Embiid, all those guys, they played very well today.
Yeah, so that's why not many worry players. But let's talk about Embiid first. Embiid had 2 solid games. I mean, not just solid. If you are against Embiid, 42 points, 59 points, that's
101.
in 1 points in just 2 games, back to back. And I think, he is, if you doubted him, I think there were some who might have doubted him if he can do this again. Last year was great. This year, he's trying to prove that he can do this again.
Well, he can. We know he's an MVP. He was runner up for MVP last year, right? In the real MVP race of the NBA, and I think in fantasy he was also in the running. For the
Definitely around top 2, top 3, right?
top 3 at the least top 3 or top 4. I mean, you can argue he's second last year. So he's there. He's good. The difference this year was Harden started well. And then of course he took a backseat for a while. Then the injuries, he still has some small injuries here and there, some nagging injuries plus the illness. So it's been unfortunate so far, but he's playing through it. And Harden is out for a couple more weeks. So this is the result. You will experience Embiid like this for a couple more weeks until Harden returns, at least, the very least.
Yeah, well, definitely, hopefully not 59, not the 59-point games. I don't have much Embiid. I think I only have 1, but I still lost that match because throughout the week it wasn't good for the other guys. Darius Garland, I watched Darius Garland. So good. This guy's so good. Fun to watch too. And I thought Minnesota was going to implode today. They had a 20-point lead in the 3rd quarter, and then Garland just took over from there. No Mitchell,
Yeah, he had
by the
10.
way. No Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, 10 threes. He's a good shooter. We know Garland can shoot. I think that's his big advantage over, let's say, the guy that I've been comparing him, Chris Paul. Is the outside shooting, his ability to score, make that 3 ball. But again, similar to Embiid, this is something to do with Donovan not being there. No matter how we downplay the effect, there would be an effect. But as I said, too much emphasis on the effect of Donovan on Darius Garland. Even with Donovan there, Darius Garland is top 30. But without Donovan, he would have been in the running for top 25, top 20, I think, this season. So I think Garland's trending up. Garland's trending up. He's not a sell high for me. Definitely not a sell high for me.
How about Embiid though? Is he a sell type of player? Do you sell him for Jokic? Who's also in our kind of worry list, but not to worry because he's still elite. He's still up there. But do you sell Embiid for Jokic?
That's tough. Usually, I would say sure. In a regular, regular Jokic, yes. But this year, these are call out for today, by the way. I think it's Jokic will not end number one. There's just, Denver's just too deep. So given that, I think there's a big chance Embiid would finish higher than Jokic. But you will get more annoyed with Embiid because he's gonna, per game, we're talking per game.
Yeah.
He's gonna miss games here and there. But I was just thinking, is there such a thing as an injury-prone Iron Man? Because I think that's Embiid. It's like he's going to play through all those injuries, minor injuries. He's gonna miss 1 game, 2 games because he's gonna play the rest. It's been like that the past few years. So, yes, he's gonna be annoying in the sense that you're gonna be worried about the injury a little bit here and there. But I still think overall he's gonna play out the season. He's gonna be healthy.
So you're taking Embiid over Jokic
for this season?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm right now I'm on the fence, but a little slight edge on Embiid at this point.
Is it just because of these 2 games?
No. It's because of Jokic more than the Embiid. As I said, we can talk about Jokic a little bit right now. He took 4 shots today. That's not surprising for me. What's surprising for me and what's more important for me is that they routed Chicago while Jokic shot 4 times. So Denver's a good team. And unless there's an injury to Jamal, to Michael Porter, or whatever, Jokic would really just have to be, have to pick his spots, pace himself. He can do that. And again, I read something on Twitter that is very correct. He's always been an unselfish player. Jokic has always been an unselfish player. This is really how he plays. He doesn't force things. The past few years been number 1, but he has had to force certain things, especially last season,
because score more.
Yeah, he was with Monte freaking Morris, who was probably second best scorer last year, right? Who was the second best scorer last year?
Yeah.
I think it was Monte Morris. It was Monte Morris, and Bones was a rookie last year. So it's just different, and I think he likes this more. He likes the way he just rebounds, passes. It's good. I mean, the assist will go up hopefully, but we just need him to score more. I need him to be more aggressive, I guess, because he doesn't block or steal consistently. So we need, a monster 32, 20, 10 Jokic.
Yeah, but having said that, which maybe players would you rather have now than Jokic? I'm sure the list is short, right?
Yeah, the list is short.
Embiid is one. You said Embiid.
Embiid, I guess. Well, Giannis, yes. I wouldn't say Embiid. Okay, Embiid, Giannis. I would say Steph.
Just to make it clear, we're not saying that these guys will be better than Jokic or whatever. But at this point, there's some concern about Jokic. Commish has some concern about Jokic. I told you about those concerns as well early in the season. I mean, even during the drafts, that he, I have some just guessing, playing the averages like I always do. I just felt like this might not be a good year for Jokic in the sense that he might not be number 1, but it's still gonna be fantasy good. Top 5 is still a possibility. I think.
So where do you think he ends? Where do you think he
top
ends?
Top 5. He still gets
exactly what spot? Because that will answer your question. Who would you choose over Jokic? Who do you think will go higher than him?
I think 3.
Rank wise, 3. So you only have 2 players you'll choose over Jokic.
I think with the way things are, with the things that I've seen, Steph could be up there.
Yeah.
And I think it's between KD or Embiid. If KD, plays doesn't get injured, I know all of these guys, if they don't get injured, they'll be there. But if all of these guys don't get injured, I think KD gets there. Top 3.
Yes, there are a lot more players. Injury aside, there are a lot more players I think could challenge Jokic this year. Steph, KD, I'll put Tatum there. I'll put Giannis and Embiid. Those 5, I think, can challenge Jokic per game wise. The difference with Jokic over all of those guys is his durability. He's not really a rest guy so far. I knock on wood, but so far that's a big deal. That's why if you ask me who would I rather have than Jokic, that makes me think twice. Do I value how much do I value that thing, that durability of Jokic? So I guess I'll still pick Jokic over KD, even if I know KD is per game might be higher than Jokic. But aside from that, I still pick Jokic over Steph. I still have something about Steph's rest and everything. So probably outside of those two, I may even go Tatum over Jokic at this point. With the way Tatum's playing and with the way Boston needs Tatum without Robert Williams, right? So it's close. It's closer than usual in regular years past. Right.
Yeah. Very interesting here because we're talking about Jokic here, and during the drafts, he was the unanimous. Rarely,
number one.
Rarely. I can't say unanimous because we've received some messages during the drafts that there were some leagues where he didn't go number one. But yeah, majority, I think about 95, 98, 99%. It's probably Jokic who you picked as your first pick, right?
And actually, a lot of leagues wanted the third round reverse, right? The 3RR, because people are saying it's too big of an edge for the number one pick to get the first pick of the first round and the first pick of the third round, because of how huge the gap is between Jokic and the rest of the players, which is not what's happening right now. Yeah. I'm interested to see how the Jokic teams are faring overall in Yahoo.
I'm just thinking, how's my Jokic teams faring? Not too good too. Well, I'm there. I'm not top, but I'm within that playoff hunt.
Yes.
I'm not the last, but yeah. But like I said, there's seems to be less confidence, I guess, when you have Jokic playing on Judgment Day. You still feel like, I'm not sure if he's gonna give me what I need.
Just to give my example, I have Jokic in our dynasty league. Judgment Day was up 6-3 or 5-4. I lost 4-5. I had Jokic. I actually had 5 or 6 players today. My opponent had just 3 or 4, but I forgot who he had. But that guy, I think Westbrook even. Westbrook's stats today was almost similar to Jokic. He had 12 assists. He had 7 rebounds. I think he had 14, 16 points. He even had scored twice more than Jokic today. So I lost in points. I lost by like 14 points maybe, or 15 points in the end. And Jokic scored 8 points. So that's the thing. Usually the last few years, I held Jokic there. This is the third year I've had Jokic there. And usually he'll carry me home. Usually in this kinds of situation, as long as I have him, I can usually get the close category, especially points, rebounds. Seems that good in those categories, but not this year. Not this year so far. 8 points. That hurts.
It's still early, but I think the return of Jamal plus Michael Porter Jr. could affect Jokic's value. But we're not saying he's a worthy player wherein you're gonna sell him.
No.
The rule for selling Jokic is the same. If you don't get players like Embiid, Giannis, Luka, or even Steph, I guess, any top tier first round players, that's not worth it, even if it's for a 2-for-1 scenario.
I would say the same for all of those players you mentioned. I wouldn't trade any of those for anybody like DeJounte and Beal or something like that. I mean, I'm sure that's tempting, but still different to have a stud. Still different to have a stud that you can build around. Still easier to build your team.
Right. So let's talk about a few more before we wrap up the quickie. A few more performances. Sabonis had a 2020 game plus 8 assists. This was what we were kind of looking for from him. The high rebounding rate, the scoring. Of course, the scoring he rarely does this so far. I think this is the first time he's scored more than 25, I guess.
Yeah, this season. But the past 8 games, it's been 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, I think. That's been his average. So he's been playing much, much better. He's hot. But in Basketball Monster, he wasn't even, I think, in the top 10 of 9 cats last night, even with his stats. Because we have told you about his problems, like no stocks, no threes, high turnovers. So this is very 28, 22, 6, very nice. Very nice to have also. But depends on your build. I've seen a lot of teams that have Sabonis and they're still fighting for blocks. They're still trying to compete in blocks and steals or maybe in threes. I think you have to streamline your team if you have Sabonis. You have to consider that this guy just doesn't give stocks to your lineup.
Yeah.
Just something to consider.
Yeah. So Sabonis, Giddey, and D'Lo, 2 players that were part of our
called out.
list.
Yeah.
Giddey had a triple-double, the type of triple-double we've always been longing for from Giddey. That's the type of game that I would like to see more. I don't expect him to do triple-doubles every game, but from time to time, give me that 20-10-10 game.
Yeah, and it helped that his shots fell 10 out of 14 today.
Yeah.
And it also helps that the game was just really fast. I mean, really fast.
And seems like no defense type of game.
Yes. His usage didn't increase today. If you're asking, maybe he had more usage today than usual. He actually only had 21%, and he had higher usage in previous games. But the sheer number, the volume of plays in that game helped him. Because as I said, the lesser plays or the lesser number of offensive plays for OKC, the worse for him because SGA is getting a huge part of the usage. So he needs to have faster paced games to help him out, get these kinds of stats that you want. Plus, it helps that he's shooting the ball. Much
he shot the ball well. He shot the ball. I think he also made all his free throws.
Yes, he also made all his free throws. That's something I will monitor closely. I honestly still don't know if this is the real Josh Giddey percentages, a little lower or maybe similar to last year. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence with that one.
Yeah, but we like what he did today, and the timing is also great for these guys. Being it on Judgment Day,
Judgment Day.
You would love to have these types of games from these players. D'Lo started off really well. He had 30 points today, 12 assists, solid performance. We just, I think, not really called him out, but he was just part of our worry list yesterday. Yeah, but overall, I think there's still problems there in Minnesota. They nearly blew a 20-point lead going into the fourth, but yeah, we'll take it.
This is positive. It's a good team, Cleveland, although they didn't have 2 starters. Still a good win. D'Lo, for me, as I said, he's not this good. He's not that bad also from last night or yesterday. Somewhere in between. He's the 90s, for me, in the 90s, around the 90s range. D'Lo.
All right. Anthony Davis. We've been talking about Anthony Davis. So no LeBron, 37 and 18. 37 points and 18 rebounds. I've seen on Twitter lots of Lakers fans wanting more of this from Anthony Davis. This is the type of thing that they are looking for. Although it takes a toll on your body. The way I think he only shot from the outside twice today.
Yes, but again, this is without LeBron. Donovan and then Harden were out. This is also without LeBron. LeBron's always said that he's ready to give up the mantle to Anthony Davis. He has to prove it. He can't. The offense is running through LeBron usually. Now without LeBron, it's through AD, and that is what has to happen for the Lakers to contend, to win, because AD is really the advantage, not LeBron anymore. So this is good. I don't really believe that it's straining to his body or whatever. it's whatever. Just him playing will be straining to his body. I mean, it's straining. I don't think it's additional strain to his body if he plays down low. He is very slow, and it's really where he should stay.
He is, right? He is
Yeah, it's
slow.
very slow, very slow. I don't know how he walks nowadays, how he runs, but he seems like I feel I feel worried every time he runs or jumps. It's like it's like an old man playing, but he's still good as you can see from
He's what,
today. And by the
29? I
way,
think he's 29.
yeah, 29, I think. Yeah, something like that.
But
29
when
to
he
30.
runs, he seems like he's 30. LeBron might run faster than him.
Rock, Rock is in my league, right? In FBW.
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Yeah, I think so. I know it's him who has been giving me a lot of offers for his AD. He's been trying to sell me AD. If Rock is listening, and Rock, I'm not interested in AD.
Don't sell AD to us. We're telling you guys to sell it to somebody else.
But in fairness, after I
What's the offer
declined,
though?
I forgot what the offer was the first time, but it was this one today was better. It was Vucevic and somebody for AD and a worse player, but not really not really something that I would take. So I'm sorry to Rock, but not, I'm not
What
going
type of
to
deal would you take for an AD?
um way lesser than that. I guess if I have a worry player that maybe a Cade. I'm worried about Cade. I'm worried about Cade, by the way.
But
Not
that's
just
too
the
low, right?
injury. Yeah, but you're asking what? Well, Cade is a third rounder, maybe third to fourth. So maybe that's just how I value it because I don't want a headache. Right now, if you give me AD and AD gets injured and I gave up a third or fourth rounder, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Fine, I'll take that. But if I have to give up a second rounder, a top 30 guy, it will hurt more.
I'll help you out here, Rock. You're listening. Just try to draw out some players that you might be interested. You might be willing to give out for AD. Yeah, just third rounder, a fourth rounder, maybe. So yeah, who else? And Westbrook has been playing well as well. I mean,
Yes. Yes,
that's what, 6-7 games straight.
Ever since he's on the bench, and actually he's the odds on favorite now to win the sixth man, sixth man of the year. And I'm not that worried about his play anymore. I think they're gonna play him as their sixth man from here on. I'm just worried that if they continue to lose, even if he's playing this way, he's the guy that they will try to trade, as I said.
Yeah.
So the trade bothers me more than what he's doing on the court right now. I think he's doing good enough for you for him to be valuable to your teams. Well, depending on your build, of course, but there will be teams that will find him valuable. So you can trade him now. You can find better offers now for Westbrook.
Yeah. So the key for the Lakers is they need to win. The more they
On
win,
the other hand,
the more they let these players play too.
On the other hand, Ben Simmons didn't even play today. He's back
Is he
again,
injured?
acted up. He's back. I think it was back something. I read somewhere. So it's going totally opposite direction for Ben Simmons. And I don't know. As I said, stay away, stay away, stay away. So still what I will recommend to all of you guys. Not even as a +1 right now. Headache, headache, headache. Ben Simmons gonna give you a lot of headache.
Well,
So
your
be careful with
last,
that.
your end of the roster guy for Ben Simmons might be worth it.
Sure. And Nick Claxton got injured, by the way. So
Yeah.
that might help him. If he can play, that might help him.
On the eye.
Eye contusion.
Another common injury these days. The eyes.
Yeah. The eyes.
So yeah, if you want to know more about the possible potential pickups, we'll give you a list here. Just quick one. Utah Watanabe, in case Claxton misses time and Simmons misses time, he should get a chunk of the playing time there. Jordan Goodwin, another rookie, has been playing well, although this is, of course, without Beal.
Yes.
So just
we have to wait for Beal. Yeah.
So just add with caution. Don't expect too much. Cam Reddish, is this the real Cam Reddish?
No.
26 points, 4 steals, 1 block.
Our good friend Van Gogh, he's a fan of Reddish, and he was telling me that he believes in Reddish. So when he read what I said, he said he doesn't know if I'm correct or not. I said I'm as good as you in evaluating these players. Just what I think that right now I'm not a believer. I have to see him consistently do this more. Not 26 points, even just contribute more. No, 12 points, 14 points, couple of steals, couple of threes, that will be fine. But his minutes has to stay steady with around 25 to 30 minutes. Something like that. Which is possible because Quentin Grimes is still limited, Evan Fournier out of the rotation. But that's possible. Let's see if Tibbs does not do anything crazy with his rotation.
He hates Cam Reddish, right? He doesn't like
They're offering him to the Lakers for, I don't know, for Westbrook. I think he was part of that deal. He was the headline player. The Lakers declined.
Oh no, I was talking about Cam.
Yeah, Cam Reddish.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Grimes.
No. The Knicks are offering Cam Reddish around to different teams. So that's I don't know if they believe in him enough to.
They don't. The moment they got him, they didn't even play him. So
that's true.
Right. So Bruce Brown is on fire. Without Bones Highland, so he can be an ad.
The good news with Bruce, anybody who gets injured there, he's an ad. If it's Aaron Gordon, if it's MPJ, whoever, he's the guy they're gonna add. And he's another underrated ad that has affected Jokic a little bit because so good.
Yeah, last year he was good.
Yeah, he's good. He's a jack of all trades. So in a way, it has affected some of the stats of Jokic. The stats, not saying he's bad for Jokic in real life. It's actually really good for Jokic.
Right. Isaiah Joe with 3 months injury. Tybal started today.
Just put him there for you. Maybe you want to pick him.
I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. Patrick Williams. We've been talking about Patrick Williams as a low-key streamer. Yeah.
I think he's not a streamer anymore. The past
not many leagues have Patrick Williams in the
but he's only owned 34%. He's almost 1-1-1 the past 10 games. Actually, he's been playing better than Jaden McDaniels.
That's another problematic player.
If you want Jaden, Patrick will be easier to get. So just a tip. Just a tip.
All right, and lastly, Kevon Looney. Yeah, he is the lone big man there, other than Draymond. So yeah, I streamed him for today, and they have a back-to-back. So tomorrow, they also have another game.
And just to note, James Wiseman hasn't played for the past 3 or 4 games. There's no injury. It's just a DNP. So people have been asking me about Wiseman, and I've said the moment he got coached, he had got a DNP, you should have dropped him right away. And don't think twice. Don't think twice. There's no other way about it. I don't care about the upside. If it's not getting 0 minutes, what's the point? What's the point?
True. And the upside, I don't know.
Well, there's upside. There's upside. He can play,
right, but no minutes.
Not even 2 minutes or 3 minutes. 0 minutes.
I think if this was a different team, he'll get more playing time. But this is.
Do you see Wiseman in your FAs?
Rarely, I think. I haven't really noticed much.
Yeah, it's
in a 14 team.
That's weird. That's weird. Right? I mean,
but why don't I couldn't imagine managers holding on to him. It's been a while, like 4 weeks.
There are some, but I guess they would drop him soon. They will drop him soon, and I find it funny.
I mean, when dropping players, you should drop as early as you can when you see the moment, right? I mean,
yes,
that's a rule because once this player gets back into the groove, you'll be able to pick him up, right? Because if you drop him, late, and then they, play him, and then he suddenly catches fire, you won't be able to get him because you're not going to
Like
be able
Keegan.
to use your waiver. Keegan. Oh
He was
man,
dropped in our
Keegan.
league.
I saw it. You were not
Yeah.
successful in picking him up, but he was dropped in one of our FBW leagues.
FBW, yes.
Just after the stinker he pulled off the other day, and today he played well. How many I think he had 21 points.
21
and 3
points.
steals.
21 points.
Yeah, and
I
5
was shocked he was
threes.
dropped. But well.
Well, I was not shocked, but yeah.
They should have dropped him earlier, I guess.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. They should have dropped him earlier. No one would have picked him earlier. I doubt it though. No one would pick him because we would pick him in our leagues.
Yeah, right? I would put a waiver on him. I did. We didn't get him, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for today's quickie. All those notes we talked about, or all those players we talked about, will also be posted on the website fantasybenchwarmers.com. In case you want to read Commission's notes, we're gonna post them there. All right, that's it. Week 5 starts tomorrow, and let's see if the San Antonio guys will prove us right. Players like Charles Bassey. I have my doubts now. I pick up a couple. I could have picked up more, but I just had some doubt there. He might disappoint us, but let's see. San Antonio has 5 games, guys, in case you don't know. Schedule analyzer already up wherever you want to get them, YouTube, Spotify, or on the website. You can get them there, or on Facebook as well. Good luck, guys. Week 5. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.